What do we see, hear, and feel when we see around these days? The answer is COVID-19 and lockdown. The former spreads illness, thereby atmosphere of stress and fear, while later discipline. But have we felt how contradictory it is? It's a common fact that practicing discipline is easy amidst normal or peaceful mind. But here, forget about normal. Instead, it is burdened with enormous stress and fear because of this pandemic. Then, how will discipline prevail? The task is undoubtedly gigantic, but it's the only option available. Therefore, it must prevail no matter what. To focus on the question, let's first understand a reason behind our inconsistency. So, a major reason why we can't remain consistently disciplined is that we tend to forget the grave outcomes of our indiscipline. Realistically, negative outcomes daunt us and keep us on the track more than the motivation of achieving good. And such situation has been termed as eustress in psychology. So it is vastly because of this eustress that we tend to be disciplined. For example, we study also because of fear of failing, fear of parents, fear of losing our batchmates, fear of lagging behind, and fear of our image getting tarnished. Hence, I'm using this readily available eustress which we have forgotten during this COVID period. The aim is to keep us sensitized, thus disciplined to follow the lockdown and COVID's precautions. In this endeavor, I've come up with a self-created acronym or a model called SAFE to sensitize us with the grave outcomes of indiscipline, particularly during the current state of affairs. The attempt is to keep us in check by not letting us forget the aftermaths. So let's come and have a look at this model. The first letter in this model is S, which tells us to think what is at stake. By thinking, we'll realize that our dearest thing, our own life, is at stake. Just think what will remain if our own life perishes suddenly. The second letter is A, which emphasizes on anticipating the probability of infection to us and the scale of its transmission. Yes, various mathematicians and universities have calculated the odds of spreading COVID-19 to any individual. Though I have the data and the sources, but it won't be correct to quote it here considering several factors. Now, by asking to anticipate probability of us catching an infection, I want all of us to worry less. But at the same time, not so much that we might forget or ignore the important measures. Next in the series is F. Consider your family members or loved ones. Imagine they getting affected from you and vice versa as well. Finally, it's E. Aggregate the above scenarios and analyze how will the end result look like. Well, the answer is known to each one of us. Now think, all this getting happened only and only because of carelessness arising out of our indiscipline. I know it will be heart wrenching for all of us, but it can soon be a reality if we continue to ignore the above aspects. Then there won't be any chances of repenting and will only be cursing ourselves. So, what to do? An effective solution is to remember and implement this SAFE model, as it will help us to convert our indiscipline to discipline. I believe the model SAFE will not only let us forget the consequences but will also act as reinforcement. So, after my endeavor, I'm sure we'll be wise and sensitive enough to act accordingly. Come, let each one of us practice the discipline of social distancing, lockdown, and other measures, as it is always about our efforts to protect ourselves, our loved ones, our country, and our world. So let's remain disciplined before the situation gets out of control. Thank you.